to get pregnant, and so that he will use the pregnancy and tie the man. It works. It always works. It's just rare cases. Most time it works against you.
Life in a world that keeps changing.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Uche and I live in Spain. Thank you so much for tuning in. So guys, today we are talking about women. Yo, women are beautiful things. Women are precious. Without women, this life cannot be anything. Even according to the Bible, he who findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtain favor from God. So we are precious. We are God's last born, and I'm proud to be a woman. Okay. However, there are diverse ways women think that most times work against them. So I will just go right and say the mindset or the certain ways that women think. So if there's any category that you belong, answer present and come out of it. Okay, so right now I will not waste much of your time. The first one is how some women will see a man and they will see the red flag and think that when they get married to that person, that the person will change. Come on. According to Spanish, they say, come on, how? It has been proven over time that no human being can change any other person. It is only God that can change, except you're trying to be God. If you're not God, you cannot change any man. You can't change any man. I said in my last video that marriage is an assignment, right? So basically how it is if you have suitors and this person have his own, flaws, and this person has his own, just choose the one that is not a deal breaker for you. For example, you go for an exam. There are exams that maybe is 5 and they say optional, choose 3 out of the 5 that you can solve and solve them. Okay, that is the way it is when you choose your life partner. Okay, choose the ones you can solve because it is an assignment that you will give to yourself. Choose the ones that you can solve, and inside of it, try to pray to God to see if the person will get better, because that's basically what marriage does. Marriage does not change anybody. It makes the person better. Okay, don't just remove that mindset that maybe this man, the other day he slapped me, it's my fault. I'm sure by the time we get married and I live with him, I'll find a way and change him. Rara oh, asha. You cannot change him. He might multiply. So that mindset or that way of thinking as a woman is very, very bad. It works against the woman most of the time. So if you have that mindset, por favor, please remove it. If you're hearing what I'm saying now, please do not go ahead with any quality you see in a man that is a deal breaker. He is not going to change. Be rest assured, he's not going to change, because you're not God. You're not the one. It is not in your power to change anybody. Okay? Yeah. The second one is women always thinking that marriage is everything. You see, this one is I think it's the way the society, while we were growing, it's not like that now, but while we were growing in the 90s and all, we had the mentality that marriage is everything. Your life is centered on marriage. If you're not married, you're useless. If you're not married, you not get respect. If you're not married, the purpose of God in your life is finished. Do you get? So for me personally, when I was growing up, the mindset I had was after nursery school, primary school, secondary school, university. After university, the next project is marriage. And that is the mentality most of us had that time. And it's a wrong mentality, honestly. Because if you have that mentality that marriage is everything, when after school you don't get married, you get frustrated. You forget yourself. Forget that there is something God put in you that you have to be working on while you're waiting for the right man to come. Do you get? So when you have that mentality, it will work against you because it will get you frustrated. It will kill the joy that you have, and you cannot manifest the real person that you are. Meanwhile, maybe the period of your waiting might be for God, to bring out, the potentials that is in you that might attract your life partner. But because you center, your whole life on marriage, you'll be frustrated. You cannot do anything. Marriage. God, am I the only one? What sin have I committed? So most of the time, it kind of it's always frustrating. Yes, I used to think like that because even while I was growing up, the house we were living then, that we had, spinsters living there. The people disrespected them just because they were not married. So that was one of the main things that I said to myself, I don't want to be a spinster for one day in my father's house because I felt people will not respect me. And so that is the mentality, the mindset most women had, by, the exposure of the world. Now, women are beginning to know better, but most of us that grew up then, our mentality was that if you never marry, man, forget it. You're not going anywhere. So if you still have that kind of mentality, it's very bad for your well-being. It's very bad. Okay, that's one of the mentality women have that usually work against us. There is more in us. There are some potentials that you have that your life partner can come, and that potential that you have will shoot out his own potentials. Okay, yeah, that is one of the mentality that women have. Some women have that work against them. Okay, so if you're in that category, come out from there. Okay, yeah. The next one is women competing with their fellow women, with the mindset that they are trying to impress a man. Does that make sense? Yes, women are constantly, you can't remove that. I don't know if it's a mindset or is it the nature of some women, trying to compete. They'll just come an environment, pick one competitor, which is a woman, trying to, make it look like maybe they're trying to look good, but at the back of their mind, they are trying to impress or compete with another woman. Let me give you an example. Just like this hair that we wear. Men are not aware of the quality, most times, of the quality of hair that we wear or the clothes that we have. Do you understand? But it's the women, that is the women that will want to, show the other woman, I pass you. Who are you? You don't have the quality of thing that I have. There was a time I was going through, I was unclustering my house. So where I kept my hair, I brought out one synthetic hair. I was like, is this hair still here? So when I now, washed it and made it look a bit okay, I now wore it. The difference between these ones that I wear now and that one is the color. That one is a bit golden. So when I wore it, my husband came in and saw me. I was like, this hair is fine. No? Do you understand? He doesn't know the quality, but what he noticed is just that it's different. So what I discovered is just men, what impresses them or what gets to their attention is variety of things, not necessarily the quality of things. Meanwhile, women are busy trying to acquire the most expensive hair, and the men are not noticing. Do you understand? So I think it works against us most of the time because that makes you try to be who you're not. As a woman, be who you're not, trying to compete with another person. Sometimes that brings about jealousy, envy, and all that. So that kind of mindset or that kind of way of thinking always, always, always works against you. So if you're in that category, boom, come out of it. Okay, it is not good. The next one is a woman lowering your standard. Some women do that a lot, lowering your standard just to please a man or just to be a wife. Okay, so for example, a woman dates a man and she feels that the man is not serious, and the next thing she does is to get pregnant, and so that he'll use the pregnancy and tie the man. It works. It always works. It's just rare cases. Most time it works against you. Why would you do that? Why would you lower your standard? Is it how desperate you are? That man that does not value you, there are other people, you're not worth anything in his eyes. So getting pregnant will even worsen. Okay, or trying to set up a man, giving him your money just for him to lower your standard. Let me be giving him money so that he will marry me. I beg. That is the way you continue to do, and that is not the way it should be. You will support, but when you start doing courtship, you carry all your money, you give a man, you do all this one and give a man, and that the one that I really don't like is getting pregnant for so reason, just to trap him. It doesn't work. I feel you'll be unhappy throughout that marriage because the man some men will constantly remind you, if not for that pregnancy, who would have married you? By then you have rubbished yourself in the presence of the man. You have lowered your standard. You don't have any value. He will not have value for you and stuff like that. So if you're that kind of person that you're not married and you think the only way is to go and live with him, wash his clothes and do other things for him to marry you, you're wasting your time. It's either he wants you. If you're there, if the people that would see you will not see you, meanwhile the person you lowered your standard to impress is not being impressed. Okay, so don't lower your standard for any man. The only one that is worth it is your man, the one God has prepared for you. You don't need to do that much for him to know that you're the one. Then when you get married to him, you can do all those ones for him. Don't lower your standard for any man. Okay, yeah, the next one is women thinking that when every other person is okay, they are fine. In one of my videos, mistakes that women make, I made this comment that women are usually comfortable when every other person is okay except them. A woman is a mother, a wife is happy when the husband is happy. The husband is settled. The husband is sick. She's not happy. The children are sick. She's running helter-skelter. The husband is sick. But when she's sick, she's managing. At least my husband is okay. My children are okay. Nobody is sick. Nobody is worried. What about you? So that mindset kills a lot of women, both emotionally and otherwise. That mindset is the one of the worst. You have to take care of yourself as a woman. Everybody must not be okay except you. Sometimes make yourself happy. When you feel as though to go out, by yourself, you do that. It must not be everybody in the environment, everybody in the home has to be happy, except if you're not happy, I know I can manage and you're dying. No. Life does not have any duplicate. Okay? Don't think when everybody is happy, you're happy. You are also important. So guys, this is what I want to share with you today. So like I said before, any category that you belong, answer present. But honestly, this is on a very serious note. Mindset is who we are. What we think about, what we desire is who we are. Okay? Earlier, the better. Life does not have any duplicate. Make yourself happy. Remove that mentality that lowers your standard or lowers who you are or makes you unhappy as a woman. Women are beautiful things. Okay, guys, thank you. If you have watched up till now, I'm so happy. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. Okay, and I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye.